here we are, finally with a Let's Play series of GreedFall. If you've been following this channel for years, first off, what the hell, thank you, that means a lot, and secondly, I've mentioned that we would do a Let's Play together on this channel for a while, and I've always had to push it back for whatever reason, but no longer. We're playing it, and we'll finish it on this channel. However, I do have a couple of notes before we get started. I have played about 20 hours of this some years ago, I want to say 2 years ago. I dropped it for, I can't remember what, perhaps life reasons, and then I decided I'd do it just for this channel. So consider this a quasi-blind run. Also, like most RPGs, there's a lot of story elements, a lot of side quests, and I'll be doing my best to keep the integrity of the playthrough, but also cutting what I feel like is dead air. If you've got thoughts on the sparse editing, please let me know. I'm still very green about how videos on YouTube are supposed to work despite all these years, so you'll have to let me know if you actually like what I'm doing here. What am I doing here? Anyways, enough rambling, let's finally play what many would consider a classic now, which scares the crap out of me, just how old this game is, how time flies, I fear my own mortality, GreedFall.
Just a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lord, out of my mouth. Your particularity gives you character.
You're still here?
We've nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Your cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry, I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Telemi and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lord. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir. Truly, I must be going.
My lord, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish it.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
Yeah, I'm really digging how the first part of your character creation is super immersive, like right into the gameplay. I feel like that's really... You know, I know that's like a small detail, but some games don't even bother with that. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this one. We could talk to random people, but they're all pretty much going to say the same thing. Glad to see you, my lord. Happy to see you, my lord. Get on moving, my lord. I think this is our estate, I want to say. What do you have to say for yourself?
I wish you a good day, Your Excellency.
See, this is what I mean. Everyone's just like, go, leave us alone, do your thing. But it's a nice way to really break you into the atmosphere.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt.
And so the day has finally come. My royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your gold.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Ha! Kurt! I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
So as I mentioned in the intro, I have played this game a couple of years ago. I just never really finished it. And I did a bit of the tutorial, so I know a little bit of what to do here. The button schemes are a little weird for me. But you can't change it, unfortunately. If you go to options, go game controls, if you check out these settings, so you have like a fury mode, you have like your attack with X, and your secondary attack with Y, and then like stealth with L3, I think it is. Yeah, a lot of these buttons are like weird to me. It's gonna take a while for me to learn them, but you can't change them and customize them. Again, there's a lot about this game that's pretty dated, but I'm kind of fond of the story. I don't know why I never finished it. I think I just never came around to it. But there's a lot of stuff in this game that I like, and hopefully you can enjoy it too as we do this game together. At any rate, the tutorial fight, I'm gonna parry, right? That's what I gotta do. Oops. There we go. So I need to parry 3 times here. Okay, I'm gonna focus because I do want to win this fight. So what am I supposed to do? Prove to Kurt that you can fight? Sure. If I parry at the right time, I'll actually do some damage and I can hit here. If I do it too late, we both stagger. Like that. However, if I do it in the right moment, I can do damage to him. I can even parry the kick here. I don't think we have a stamina bar. And I am playing this on normal. And yeah, I chose the technician just because I'm really interested in using the rifle. But I'm also tempted to use magic as well. I tried doing the Y, but it's just a kick is what it really is. It just pushes him back. Oh, so my kick stuns him, I guess? Okay, well there you go. How about you?
You defend yourself well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
So I'm gonna actually go through the basics of combat just to get better acquainted with it because I am pretty rusty and and out of practice. However, we're just gonna skip over that and get right into the next part of the story.
It appears we've brushed up on the basics.
It does, and I'd like to be on my way. I've quite the list of things to do before we depart.
Indeed. Remember that you can always train in our barracks on the island if you're feeling rusty.
Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
No, you can keep me warm at night. Okay. Alright, show him how happy you are that he's coming. Complain about being shadowed by a bodyguard. No, I enjoy your company. You can tell me all your silly dad jokes.
On the contrary, I'm thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsilian are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Ah, so the old goat is coming too. And there I was thinking I would die of boredom on the trip. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I have no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
Now you will have to forgive how stiff the animations look from time to time and how just, you know, rough around the edges some of the cutscenes are. I think we have to also put perspective that this game was done by a small dev team or an indie dev team. So it's quite the feat that they were able to make a game just like this.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition.
Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things. I'm so very happy to hear your voice. You remind me so much of your father.
I hate my
I
father.
do miss him so.
Well, I mean, he pulled back on the
Today's
name
the
when
big
his
day,
dad's
isn't it?
name was mentioned.
Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill...
Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people.
But mother, I want to be a stand-up comedian.
It is time for you to take leave. Here, take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck.
So originally during the character creation a couple of years back when I first started playing this game, I was really kind of annoyed that I couldn't make my character's skin a little bit darker. Then as I progressed through the game and found out that your mother is white, I understood why. I was like, oh, that's like a nifty thing. Now, I bring that up because sometimes there's a lot of games that really emphasize like character customization, but what this game does is that you do have the ability to create your own character in the way you look, but also you are beholden to a set story. You are playing an RPG with a narrative focus that is, strictly based on the character that you play, and it's not so much open-ended in that way of interpreting your, the main character and stuff like that. So it was kind of refreshing to me to play a game that sticks to its guns, and it's like, this is the story of your character, and you're just sort of living through it. Yes, you can design your character any way you like and have them look the way that you want within the confines of, their character customization, but ultimately, you are playing D. Sarget. What's his name? Oh, well, that you are playing this specific character. At any rate, look at this. Now, isn't this a beauty? Again, this game is old, and GreedFall 2 is on its way out. It's in early access now, but even for this game, again, made by an indie dev team, it's pretty nice, right? Sometimes you just gotta stop and stare. At any rate, let's push the story and meet up with our friend here.
Kurt, it's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You're right. Maybe he's already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Alright, so now we have the option to accept Kurt into our team, which of course we're going to do. We're not going to turn this man away. He's our family friend. He's more than just a boon. He's my friend. We can do a quick read here, a quick overview of this character. He is a melee combat master. He can wear heavy armor, so he will be our frontliner. So we also have a relationship level, faction coin guard, relationship level suspicious. Man, despite growing up with each other, he's still suspicious of my motives, as he should be. I'm a wild man. All right, we're gonna accept that and hit confirm and quit. Perfect. Now he is with us. We can also speak to Kurt.
Greenblood, do you need something?
Profess our love to him, whether he ever felt lonely. You've ever felt lonely,
I
Kurt?
wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
I always thought that was strange. So yeah, you can just talk to him and then just have this conversation. Tell him that you thought you were keeping him good company for all these years. Respond in the affirmation. I mean, I guess this one's a little more on the nose, like tell him you haven't kept in good company for all these years. But I always thought it was kind of funny that you could just sort of jump right into this without any sort of fanfare, like there's no build up to it. But I guess it makes sense in the background of things because he was your family friend growing up. But also he says that he's suspicious. So I mean, his relationship level does. So what's this all about? At any rate, we're gonna say, tell him that you thought you were keeping him good company for all these years.
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And I valued your friendship. But I thought you were referring to another kind of company. And to be honest, you and Constantine aren't exactly my type. Anything else?
You broke my heart, Kurt. No, okay, that's fine.
I must leave you.
I honestly thought the other one, responding the affirmative, apparently was the romantic choice. Oh well. Well, Kurt, I'm just trying to sleep my way through success here. Okay, I'm a noble, I'm a royal, and I just want to fail my way upwards and sleep my way upwards. So this is the character menu. We can see all our stats and our equipment from here. Again, another thing that I thought was pretty cool. It's a pretty clean interface and pretty simple in terms of understanding some of the nuances of the world around you and your character, which I really do welcome. We will be exploring a lot of this world and doing as many side quests as possible. What I really enjoy about this game in particular is that while there's not a lot of side quests, there doesn't have to be, because the side quests that they do incorporate are pretty immersive. And look at this environment. Our people are dying. people are dying, and I am talking about this game. Okay, so there are just villains, you know, randomly across the street, highwaymen, if you will. I think I can get a sneak attack on them. I'm trying to RP this. I don't fight unless I have to fight. Oh, there we go. Now we have to fight. So we can pause this here with LB and go into a tactical menu. I'm going to... I don't want to shoot my shot. No, I don't want to shoot my firearm because I will... Ammo is kind of a sparsity here, but we'll go for the attack. Now we are playing on normal mode, so there isn't too much to worry about. See how they're just sort of standing there and waiting for me to attack like good highway folk? So it's not too big of a deal here. The game will obviously get harder. Can I actually increase the difficulty? Is that a thing? Yes. Okay, so if I feel like the game is getting way too easy, we can always increase the difficulty later on as we go. But, you know, I'm starting just to learn the game after all these years, and it's nice to sort of just go through our way and see what this game has to offer in a more cozy experience, if you will. So we got gold out of this. Unfortunately, dodging and looting are the same button, just the way it is. Let's take everything first, and then we can look through it after we've looted all the bodies. A is loot. I hate that. I'm just not a fan. Not a fan with A being loot and dodge at the same time. Okay, let's check out what we have here now. It looks like we found a bandit hat, which, despite looking a little odd, doesn't really do anything for us, so we're not going to wear that. We do have an exclamation point in our hands here, so we have old reinforced gloves and thick gloves, which is in green, so obviously I think is the better one? Wait, no. 22 armor, 16% balance. 22 versus 18, for me, is not that significant of an increase when you consider that you get elemental resistance and craftsmanship, whatever craftsmanship means. So we're gonna stick with the thick blacksmith gloves to wear. As far as anything else, oh, that's right. We can actually change the equipment for our friend here, Kurt. Kurt's fine. Kurt's fine. 24 armor here, magical resistance. I think he's going to be better outfitted than I for at least a handful of time, for at least a while. In terms of our journal, we can look at our side quests here. Coin guard merchandise, so negotiate with the vendor. That's coming up, and that's it. Princess de Sardette, we're of the Sardette family. That's right, that's who we are. All right, so we check top side here. Let's press on and make our way throughout the city proper. One of the things that have bummed me out about this game, and again, it is dated, so take that in mind, but the atmosphere is kind of dull. Like, so everything looks great, you know, visually speaking, I mean, but there's a lot of NPC characters that are just, like, standing here, but the sound effects and the environment, they just look empty and without rhyme or reason. Again, I am criticizing a very you know, old and dated game, but you know, it's something worth of note, and I hope GreedFall 2 doesn't make the same mistake. I think they can do a lot with less. Like, there doesn't need to be these many NPCs walking around to make it feel more alive or anything like that.
Sire, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
I mean, what she says is virtually what anyone else who you can speak to will say. So, yeah. I mean, there is, again, this sense of what is happening here. He is like... Why is he so animated? My God. Is this a vendor? No, just a guy. Just a guy hanging about. As far as... So we can go this way, and then go that way. Both sides, I believe, lead us to an encounter. And I do want to hit up all the encounters when we can. I can't believe it. Holding A is sprint. That's so weird to me. And A is loot. A is everything in this game. Like, I really wish they emphasized early on about finding medicine for your people and what that means for your city and your town. Because as you can see, you step out into the world and it is very a terrifying place with people sick all over, but they're kind of like just wandering about. What is this window? You can like look through the world here. I'm just finding all these nooks and crannies that I haven't seen before in my first run. Or at least if I have, I don't remember it. At any rate, where are the bad guys? Bad guys, where are you? It is grimy and it is dirty out here. Love to see it. Whoops, picked up a weapon for no good reason. Torn out diary page. Okay, we can do that reading some other time. We're on the move. Okay, here are the bad guys. Oh, man. You know what? I need a target. That's my issue. There we go. Let's take out the rifle. So kicking doesn't do any damage. I don't have a heavy attack, it seems like. There we go. Nice. Dead? You know I'm not showing any emotions as I eviscerate all these people, but I am crying inside. The fact that I had to murder these people, if I was RPing this, like actually RPing this, I'd be crying right now, having killed innocent enemies. No, I'm kidding. Innocent enemies, no such thing. But it is funny that it kind of just throws you in here and you're just like killing folks, stabbing them. You're like, what kind of, was this his life all the time? Just prepared for like the moment you hit the age of, what I imagine in this world, 21, you've already killed a man. So it looks like my weapon has an exclamation point, which means we have an old saber that we can use as weapon B. Oh, we have another weapon here, a blackened short sword. Stun up 10 from the weapon that I'm using now. And a fury generation of 7, which I guess is the same here. So we can use a saber. Yeah, let's use the blackened short sword. Why not? Not enough points in agility. Oh, agility level 1. So I don't think we've leveled, so... Or I don't have any points in that, so I can't use that. I could use the old rusted saber. Oh. Now I'll stick with my stiletto. As far as our torso, ooh, old leather armor, or leather coat. I mean, we look super regal and noble in this. Here we look like we're gonna blend in more with our surroundings, and it, you know, it does have better stats than what we're wearing now, so definitely I think we're gonna have to wear this. Ovs. I'm not a big fan of the way it looks, but RP-wise, I'm kind of digging it. In terms of our friend here, I don't think he ever needs to be changed at all. Yeah, I think he's fine. I'm like really determined to make sure that I don't miss anything. The game, I think I saw it has like 24 hours to 50 hours in terms of its runtime. Should I want to, you know, play this game much more thoroughly? So I'm like, you know what, let's just take our time with this and really explore things. Old embroidered doublet, sorry. So 20 quality, well what, oh, you can imbue this. Those are what the 3 dots mean, I think, is that you can use it to be upgraded. I forget how you upgrade, but it's definitely crafting related. So 48 versus 36, so, and you can add 3 augments to it. Yeah, this is better. I mean, we lose out on poison resistance, but I mean, obviously we're gonna take it. We look better with it too, and my back is turned, so I'm really killing the vibes here. No, there we go. Oh, it looks nice. I like it. It looks great. What are the gloves now? Old reinforced gloves. Now we can use this to augment armor 18, 15 balance versus this. Does not have that nifty green icon, but better armor nonetheless. So we'll definitely have to replace that. As far as our friend here, does he need anything? No, I think he's good. I believe the loot is random by the by, so sometimes you're just lucky with good drops, sometimes you're not. But we look good. I'm loving this. That's one thing I love about this game, was that its style. I was really digging its style. Now this is where you go to progress the story. Let me just, again, do a little looky-loo, just to make sure we haven't missed anything. So aside from this gigantic pyre in which we are using to burn dead bodies, I haven't really found anything interesting of note. A couple of treasures here and there, but it's all, you know, gold and some material for crafting. What is this? Oh, I thought the other place was the story area. I thought this place was the embassy. Notify the ambassador about your departure. Notify the Bridge Alliance ambassador about your departure. Huh? Do I have to notify both people? What am I doing? What was my quest? So the Great Departure. Notify both. Okay, notify both that I am leaving. Got it.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sardet.
Desarde, that's my name.
I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Tiefredi. My cousin Constantine is about to take up office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
I love my coat.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time.
And then we shall murder him.
In any city
in
of the
cold
Bridge
blood.
Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
He's mean? Son of a... Alright, so the relationship with the congregation of merchants, the relationship with Theleme. Let's do this one.
And what of your war with Theleme?
Theleme
It has been
is what I meant to
dragging
say,
on.
yay.
In fact, it has been dragging on for years. It is madness. If those bigots hadn't gotten it in their heads to convert the entire continent, we wouldn't be in this situation. But that's the way of the world. We shall not waver, whether here or on Tiafredi.
Have you been fighting battles there as well?
From what I've been told, Theleme has wisely and tastefully built their colony far from our city. Direct conflicts are in fact quite rare. But one day they will inevitably take place.
Cool. Alright, so one is religious, the other one is more science-based. Got it. Both have posted up shop in Tiafredi, or Tiafredi, or Tier... whatever you're gonna call it. I'm the one conquering it, so I can call it whatever I want. No, but
I
really...
need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
This will be
Goodbye,
interesting to see what we end up
Lord
choosing at the
Decided.
end. Should we choose to side with any of them? So, we spoke to him, and we have a quest that we could do for him. Let's speak with the other folks over in the Theleme embassy.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantine and I are departing for Tiafredi on the hour.
Tiafredi.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you,
Really? You care about me?
To solicit your
I'm not just a
help
pawn in your
a
schemes?
rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it. And perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
I love to
Very
serve.
well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place.
Oh, dare they.
We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
I'll do you another one better.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that.
I'll put their
But
heads
I'm
on
sure
a
my
pike.
uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time. Far too much time.
When their heads deserve to be
For
on pikes
according to our
now.
sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You're hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do.
So let's ask about them, the Theleme.
Could you tell me anything about Theleme?
Theleme.
It would be a pleasure. As you already know, Our glorious nation is guided by our faith. We follow the teachings of Matthias, our founder and greatest prophet, and give thanks each day to the Luminous for having gifted us magic. The high dignitaries of Thélème are at the same time our spiritual guides, advocates, and grand mages.
I've heard say that dissensions have appeared recently in your nation.
Ah, you must certainly be speaking about the debates that have divided the Ordo Luminous and the more political orders. The Lord Luminous has an extremely pure vision of our faith and applies the words of our saint very strictly. But other, more open-minded factions exist within our nation.
Those who need to be rooted out.
They believe that a
and
less
killed.
rigid dialectic would attract souls more readily to our faith. But their differences are purely theoretical, and do not threaten the cohesion of our nation, I assure you.
Okay, so this is all coming together. They're two separate countries. We're the neutral faction, I suppose, a neutral kingdom. Also, don't stray away from your faith. Be as rigid and awful as possible. I'm saying that I have no idea who your Ordo Luminous is supposed to be.
What's your point of view on the relations between our two nations?
As ambassador of Thélème, I can only rejoice at the mention of our commercial treaties. We appreciate as well the welcome that your uncle gave to our missionaries. Thanks to your support, more and more believers wander your lands.
That's a good
The
thing.
congregation is our most precious ally. To be perfectly honest, we have only two complaints: that heresy is tolerated, and that your treaties with the Bridge Alliance are maintained.
Well, we can't just throw away our way of life and our academy to better suit your needs, good sir. No, but we all have things we disagree with. For example, I disagree being your errand boy, but I know it yields me
I must
some
be going.
gold, so
Farewell,
I'll
Excellency.
happily take interest
May
in
the
it.
light guide you, de Sade.
But again, I do love the way we look. That's one of the things about this game, ladies and gents. I just love that even the armors early on in the game, they look nice. They look like they're embroidered well. Not really plot important, but man, we just look so good in cutscenes. I love it. I wish you could take off my hat, though, as I walk into a building, because that's mightily, rude. Okay, so what is nearest me? Now, we have a bunch of side quests here, which is great. Again, we do want to take care of it. Oh, there's a lot of POIs. We do want to take care of it before we leave town. What is that marker over there? I can't move any closer to it. Very curious as to what it might represent. Captain Vasco, present yourself to the captain. So again, we could just ignore all of this, I imagine, and just head straight into the new island, or to New Serene, I should say. We will not do that. We will negotiate with the vendor first, and then find the charlatan, and then do all these other stuff. Let's explore the world.
I've seen you at the palace. Are you one of the prince's relatives?
Ooh, we can open this door. Oh yeah, this is a quest for something, if I recall. Don't quite remember what we had to do here before. Doesn't this guy look like a vampire? I don't know. Who's this? Okay, we can't talk to her yet. No, I definitely remember there's supposed to be something to this place. At any rate, let's press on. God, it looks nice. I'm telling you. Even for an old game. The merchant is there. Merchant's where? You said he was mean, right? Oh no, the heresy guy. That's the mean guy. This is just a normal guy. Oh, here we go. The vendor.
Good day, good sir. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refused to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, sir. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm just an agent. And I'm only obeying orders.
From who? Ask for more instructions. Ask about other merchants. Let's do merchants.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
Need I remind you who I am? I am a noble, and you're a dead man.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain, it's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You're demanding a second payment but refuse to reimburse the one that was already made.
And you
I'm
refuse
not
to
the
brush
one
your teeth.
demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
What, you want me to hold your other sword as you drive this large one into his spine? Charisma, I can threaten a prison sentence, which, I mean, he should be in prison for embezzling here, it sounds like. We can offer him a bribe, which I don't want to do. We can threaten him. Let's do the charisma check. I know it's charisma, I'm just trying to be cheeky. Will this work?
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lord de Sardet, nephew of the Prince
I'm saying all
d'Orsay
this.
and
Will this
legate of
work?
the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion, theft,
and fraud.
You know as well as I that the congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That is a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise, without delay. Unless you'd rather your master is hung and that you finish your days in prison.
Ooh, nice. Successful! Yes!
As you request, my lord. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Too late. You're serving time. Nope, you're going to jail.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
No, I'm sorry, good sir. You've already messed up. You need to answer for your crimes, because how do we know that you haven't swindled any other person? You're going to the jailhouse.
Don't you worry now. You'll get your merchandise.
He does look cool, though. I love his armor. Alright, so what do we do next for this side quest? Inform the coin guard barracks quartermaster in Serene. Coin, okay, so it's to our right. Awesome. Just down this a ways. Now, do I want to head there or do I want to check all this stuff out? Yeah, we can head directly there. I believe, oop, we're under attack. Oop. Oops. I'm trying to go for the ranged enemy, and I'm not locked on just so I get a better idea of what's around me here. Oh yeah, we're going for this. We are going for this. Kick him! Hey, don't you shove me. There we go. How is our friend doing over here? There we go. Got her. Ah! Ow! You hurt me! You hurt me! Gotta get this person. Yeah, she's down. Alright, cool. There we go. Nah, you can't do this. You ain't got this. You're in trouble. Surrender. I didn't even know that I was low on HP. I should have been... I thought, yeah, I really need to heal myself here. Stab! Stab! Wow, she is... Or he is fighting to the death here. As he should be, because we killed him. Alright. Traveler's Blunderbuss. Ooh, it's a rifle as well. I don't know, when the opportunity to play someone with a rifle is just so cool. I believe, however, you can customize your character so that they, you know, can do, you know, whatever you want them to do in terms of magic and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of like a magic rifle, super great sword kind of build, you know, just badass if you can. Let's jump over this wall. I think they're over this wall. Is it you? No. This is the charlatan right here.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything. Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
His speech is well polished. I even feel like buying some.
And if we had a word with him, I wonder if he'll serve us the same routine.
Well, I'm thirsty for some potion. Let's see what this guy has.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you.
He's definitely a charlatan. It's the glasses.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now, I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea, Kurt. Let's take a look at his cart.
And his cart's just like right behind him. Oh, it's on the other side. Got it. So excuse me as we peruse your wares from the other side of the alley. Do I need to unlock it? Oop, door opens just as well. Ooh, look at all this. Charlatan's antidote. Whoops. Ugh, man, I really dislike two arms. Oh, there's a bad guy here. I was gonna say I really dislike how you always just draw out your weapon. Turns out we draw our weapon because we're under attack. There we go. Ooh, this one has an axe. There we go. Oh, why am I not? Come on, that was weird. Oops. Nice. There we have it. Made use of the rifle finally. Or pistol, I should say. And we leveled up. Excuse me, as I pick everything up here. Illegible handwriting, experiment results, patient observations, and incomprehensible symbols, but the complexity of some recipes leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist, and certainly very knowledgeable. Okay, so using their craft for evil, seems like. The weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs specifically asked us not to clean it during his stay. This old fool must not want us to accidentally break his vials or something, so leave him into his filth. The customer is always right. Letter from the innkeeper to the servant. Why does this letter exist, like, on top of this crate? One thing I'll never get over in video games is just like how letters and notes are conveniently splayed out for you, and I get it, like that's a way of conveying some certain parts to the story, but I don't know. I never liked that about like the old style of games. I say old style, but those sort of note story kind of items exist even now. I just don't like them. It just feels a little unimmersive to me. Anyway, soft old shoes, definitely not something that we're going to use. However, they look amazing. I'm digging the knee-high wear. Oh, it looks great. I gotta wear them. They look great, folks. Ladies and gents, they have a matching pants. They look like they go well with my fit. Always gotta worry about your drip. Show him the remedy he is selling.
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us, to prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it.
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
True.
No, look, the vial is still sealed.
Oh,
It
okay.
comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Hell yeah.
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses.
But I did
this
steal
might
it.
help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
You're right, I don't have the right.
He got away.
Oh.
He can't have gone far.
Find him before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
True that. Because if anything, I want to be the first to put his head on a pike. Alright, so we have the crafting table here. Oh yeah, I remember. The crafting table is like put out into the world in weird areas. Oh, is this the actual merchant that I can use or buy from?
Such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Again? I've never met you, good sir. Let's find out what you have. Ooh, a mace. Oh yeah, I have an axe now. I can't use it. Oh, I leveled up as well. Huh, okay. Before I look into what I should level, which might be agility for me, I think that might be where I'm headed. Agility 1 at the very least. Let's have a look at some of this stuff here. God, long blades. They're so cool. I mean, I'm not gonna go for that, obviously. I think I'm gonna specialize in everything else, but in sabers and rapiers and my guns. But they do look awesome. Firearms. So I found the hunting blunderbuss, which the requirement is rifle? Huh? Oh, like a skillin rifle? I'll have to look that up. Then we have this one, the small ancient blunderbuss, which apparently I can use straight up. Flintlock rifle, that's so freaking cool. The price is 114 gold? Oh, I have 146. For whatever reason, I thought I had more. Okay, let's level up and check all this stuff out first. So, oh, apparently I have stuff here that I could look through. Yeah, so this requires one-handed heavy weapons, which I'm not going to use or have. You know what's wild? The reason why I keep flipping through this in this way is that the D-pad up and down scrolls me through here, but if I go right or left, it switches to the characters. But if I use the sticks, you know, it works just as well. A lot of the UI stuff in this game needed some work back in the day. Again, super old game, so crying over spilled milk doesn't really do us any good here, but one of those things that I hope they fix in GreedFall 2. Oh, it's over here. This is where I allows the use of rifles instead of pistols? Why not pistols? Why can't I interchange? I suppose rifles will always be better than pistols, maybe. I think that's what it's trying to say. So rifles will eventually phase out pistols. Should I go this route? I think. So I need a point to put an agility here in order to use some of these cool weapons that I'm seeing now. So, what a bummer. Had I known that, I would have chosen agility over accuracy level 2. But charisma is good. I feel like for any role-playing game, charisma is something you should always invest in. Precise calibration. Let's work our way up to using the rifle. Before we sell anything, let's go to the crafting station, which is located over yonder, because I think I'm trying to figure out what I need in order to craft something and imbue like certain things to my armor. So if I go here, Use workbench. Alright, so craftsmanship skills allow you to upgrade your weapons and armor. Science allows you to create potions and traps. You need knowledge to be able to use the crafting table to obtain it. Spend points in the desired talent. Use certain pieces of equipment or companions that can give you bonuses. Each talent point will unlock new recipes. You will also need ingredients in which you can buy or find exploring. So, if let's say I wanted to upgrade this rusty stiletto, I would click A to upgrade, and then, I don't know, click that, and then crude iron ore. Okay, so this requires these kind of ingredients. That's how it does that. Can I destroy items and then do they break down into equipment? Is that a thing in this game? I can't remember. Oh, it can recycle. So let's say we recycle the old leather coat. Will it tell me what I get out of it? Yes. Oh, it's 50% of collecting them, so that doesn't mean I would collect all of them. Let's see, let's break this down. Let's see what I get out of it. Collected components. So leather 5, 4 crude iron ore, and 3 refined. Not bad. I guess that's a quality of life thing that's pretty good. Got it. Alright, so let's just break all this stuff down. Alright, so I recycled a lot of equipment and stuff. Don't have very much money, but we'll rely on the money we make from questing. I really can't believe we only have 143. Or 146 gold. I thought we had more, just by fighting all those enemies already. At any rate, let's look for the barracks captain of the coin guard. Wrap up this quest. Get whatever we can out of it. Oh, nice. Here he is.
Sir Desade, I presume. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. Captain, you set sail soon. Have you seen to our little business?
Yes.
He's dead.
We were finally able to recover your merchandise.
Excellent news. I'm afraid, though, that your mission isn't completely finished, Kurt.
Blast me, I'm a captain, not an errand boy.
The commander was quite explicit.
Very well. What do I need to do?
The merchandise that you obtained needs to be sent to Tier 4D as soon as possible. But the Port Authority formalities for shipping take an eternity to wade through. And we've already lost quite a bit of time with this dishonest merchant.
Are you blatantly asking us to smuggle this merchandise and contraband?
I would never ask you to do such a thing, Your Excellency.
Ah, but you don't mind asking that of Kurt?
Well, no. If he finds an alternative solution that is less, illegal, that would be fine. The method matters not. But this cargo must reach the Isle on the next ship.
Marvelous.
Well then, I await your return with utmost impatience. I'm certain you shall do what's required.
Alright, so find a way to get to the cargo to Tier 4D, so this quest won't be completed for some time, I imagine. Really hoping we'd have completed this quest by now. At any rate, any goodies around here? Can you just take one of these rifles? Old warehouses. Ooh, I could climb here. Interesting. Interesting, old Serene. Let me see the map of where we are right now. Okay, and this takes us to the alley? Where does that take us? Ooh, it does take us through an alley. Okay, before we give that a try,
it's blocked.
Okay, never mind. Let's give it a go then. What's through here? Nothing in particular, I guess. But yeah, maybe there's someone here who could help us find the charlatan. One thing I like about quest markers, they are helpful. Okay, let's go to the tavern then.
Good day, tavern keeper.
Good day to you. What is your pleasure?
Ask about his business, the Malachor, Tier 4D. Let's talk about the Malachor.
Has the Malachor really put a damper on your business?
It's put a damper on our
More
spirits.
than a damper. They were soaked. When the sickness began to spread, a wave of panic followed in its wake. People stopped going out of their homes. They were afraid. I was close to closing shop, I tell you. And then,
well, we need all
thankfully,
to
the
social
alchemist of
distance
the
and be
bridge
responsible
said
about
you
that.
couldn't just catch it like that. People were still distrustful, as is their nature, but they are leaving home again. It's a start. I also lost quite a few regular customers. Dead or too scared to venture back. Yeah, but that's nothing new to you. The city would have sunk in the water if not for trade with the new isle.
Tier for day, his business. Okay. Well, I suppose maybe we might unlock a quest if we ask him.
It's picking up. We've not seen many new customers, but of late things are looking better. The Malachor and the neighbouring wars have dampened commerce. The epidemic still rages, but the possibility of finding a cure on that island has given people something to hope for. Now that we have a city there, quite a few seafarers come by to spend their wages.
Alright, nothing new. Anyways, I think up these stairs is where I'll find the room of our dear friend. Through here, maybe? No. Here? Here we are. Hello.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that has
Costi, what do
found
you think?
Have you seen the mob that is gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The
I
Alliance
sympathize.
ambassador
Now
is
you're
quite
under arrest.
unsettled by your commerce, and he is the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Well, if you are gonna cry about it, you might as well tell us what you used to do as a professor.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Ask about Sahin's obsession. Look, guy, you're not really helping your cause. I know you've fallen out of favor, and now you're just a swindling, but that doesn't put you on a good light to make us think that, like, you know, maybe Sahin was in the wrong. Looks like Sahin was right.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I was unfortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace and earned Sahin's hatred.
Wait, I'm buying that?
Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder. That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice. It does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
Yeah, you psycho.
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. The mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you're hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, sir?
I will put your head on a pike and parade you around like the charlatan you are. You're under arrest. No, I'm kind of curious now. I mean, the thing is, I know we're not supposed to judge people on looks, but Sahin just comes off to me as a trustable fellow, you know? And you, my good sir, come off as a true-to-life charlatan. However, if he does speak the truth, there's an opportunity to stop the unethical torture over in Al-Sad. But at the same time, how do I know this guy is speaking the truth? You could just be saying all the good things to my ear. A bunch of sweet nothings to make me not want to arrest him. His reason for not drinking the potion was that he had done it so much to himself, the potions that is, that the side effects at this point would have caused him a terrible reaction that would eventually kill him. Well, I mean, he's selling potions, right? And although these side effects are, what he says, in small doses, harmful to the public, how do we not know that he's just selling more of these potions to the same people who, you know, find themselves wanting to have this placebo effect cure or whatever? I mean, I could just be looking too deep into it, so it doesn't really matter in the long run. I like being immersed in these kind of games and trying to think about these situations as if they were real. Here's the thing, if he was really into it, then he wouldn't be selling these potions, and people paid their hard-earned, stolen money for these placebos. And now, not only are they out money that they've spent on these potions that do not really do anything, but secondly, the potions don't do anything. Oh, you know what? Let's have a bit of fun with it. Let's help him leave the city.
I'm going to help you leave the city, but you must promise never to return.
I swear it.
Very well then. I need to first get you away from those who want to see you hanged.
If we can't find a way to sneak out of here discreetly, we will have to confront the populace.
I haven't lost hope that I'll be able to help them hear reason.
It would be better if I remain hidden while waiting.
It's so fun in a lot of ways, the talking and the diplomacy. It makes me feel like we're playing like a Star Trek episode or something. I'm genuinely sorry to learn, oh dear Arif, I'm genuinely sorry to learn that you have not found the peace you were hoping for in Serene since your departure from the academy. The situation has been deplorable. Those you have accursed are now behaving as if the rules do not apply to them, regularly performing questionable experiments, and there's nothing the rest of us can do apart from keeping a low profile. I sincerely hope that you will eventually find some place where you can be at peace. Your friend. Who is that, I wonder? Okay, so he's being truthful. Alright, so I hope we pass our charisma check. I'm assuming that's what we'll need to... Ooh, keys. Perfect, we found the innkeeper's keys. Oh, is it this? Okay, wait, before we do that, let me talk to the people, and then if that doesn't work out, then we can sneak out the back way.
Please listen, I beg you.
If you want him to reimburse you, get in the back of the line like everyone else.
Believe me, I understand why you're angry.
Me? It's not money I want! That charlatan tried to poison us! I couldn't give a flying pile of dung for your pretty words. We're gonna hang him high! And you too, if you're an accomplice!
How absurd! I'm the one who put an end to his operation!
Well, in that case, help us catch him so he can be punished like he deserves!
He's trapped! He'll have to come out someday, you'll see!
Oh boy. Our intuitions speak of a horrible side effect. Propose a settlement. Order their dispersion. Give up. Let's, Let's order a dispersion.
Citizens, in my capacity as legate of the congregation, I order you to disperse.
Disperse? It's that thief you should be arresting! You hear me, everyone? The powerful are behind this charlatan. They want us to leave!
I'm using my abuse of power.
Arm yourselves!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
To my help!
Oh no! No! That makes me sad. Oh, bummer.
All these blue bloods, they aren't worth tuppence.
Let's see if you know how to use your weapon.
Come on, I'll teach you where that things are.
All these blue bloods, they aren't worth tuppence.
Come on, I'll teach you how to dance.
I was really hoping I would get another chance at this, but turns out not. Man, whoops. I just stabbed a guard. Oh, what? I have to kill my own people too? Oh no, that's lame. I have to kill my own people too? No, I can't do this. I'm gonna save Scum. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I would have stuck with my guns if it was just like the citizens, like even as bad as that sounds. I didn't know it would escalate to that, you know, to that way, but oh, man, I'm not gonna kill our guards. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's propose a settlement then.
I can procure you some excellent potions, as long as you promise to put an end to this. True potions of healing like those you thought you were buying.
What are you, some sort of alchemist then? I hope you're not of the same feather as the other. If that's the case, we have enough rope to hang the both of them!
Trust me, I swear that each and every one of you will receive one.
Ah,
Our trust was already given. We're going nowhere without seeing the merchandise.
Such a large number of potions. This story's gonna cost you a fortune.
These vials could be lying around anywhere. I need to keep my eyes peeled.
Okay, so give them 6 vials. I feel like, yes, it's a fair trade. I cannot believe it. I had to fight guards. I mean, they look like they're outfitted as guards. Are they guards or not? You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think they were guards. I think they were just better armored, angry citizens. Supply potions to unhappy clients. 3 of 6. Okay, well, that'll definitely have to be something we do throughout our journey here. But we can definitely move on to something else as we collect potions, that is. Let's find the smuggler. You know, as I make my way throughout this game, I can't help but think, like, are you guys enjoying this at all? You're gonna have to let me know in the comments below. If you've been following along in this channel, you know I have a particular way of playing RPG games, and I never know if they're any kind of entertaining to anyone, you know, because yeah, I do have a way of playing games. I like to be pretty methodical about things, and I like to have options that I really intentionally want to happen, even if they're positive or negative ones, as you saw there. I would much rather do the potion, selling 6 potions, because that's kind of the story I want to end up with. And so I know that's not to everyone's liking, but that's just how I sort of operate when it comes to RPG games. We have poorly written notice here. To the family of the rich man who provoked us, we have him, and we will kill him if you don't pay us handsomely. Come with a full purse to the alley of the south of the old warehouse district. To the family of the rich man who provoked us. Yes, that's a quest there, I suppose. But yeah, you're gonna have to let me know if you find it any bit of entertaining or worth a watch. Because one of my major concerns about this playing this game as well is that it's an old game, you know, and I was thinking to myself, like, is anyone gonna watch this? I don't know. I was gonna play this game either way, off screen or not, but I did mention this even in the intro that I played this game a long time ago, and I said that I would play it on this channel, so here I am trying my best to make good on my word. But ultimately, if it's just something that no one really cares for, then I'll definitely understand. No biggie. It is the way of the world, but if you do enjoy it, do let me know in the comments below, so that I feel better about myself, or I feel like I'm doing the right thing. At any rate, where am I going? I am going to the Fontaine family warehouse. Why the heck not? I am exploring the world, looking for some potions. I think I've found 4 so far. I think the big one, the major one, counts as a 1. Can I craft potions? Health potion, here we go. So I need beast essence, in which I can only make 2 of here. Let's make them. You don't have enough science. Man, what a bummer.
If you had any idea who I am. Open up, imbeciles! I have a ship to catch!
Do you hear that?
Yes, that's Constantine's voice. It's coming from the upper floor. It sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
We might just have to. Also, yeah, I'm gonna be better about choosing my words this time. Loot that. I'm just kind of laughing to myself about that save scum moment, because I utilized my power of authority in hopes I'd get like a charisma check or something. Whoops. And I didn't. Okay, hold on. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna walk through the front door first and talk to people, right? I can do that, right? Or am I just gonna be engaged in a fight? We'll find out.
It's blocked.
Okay, let's go through here. Destroy level 1 science. Okay, never mind. I guess I have to go through here. I was thinking I had to sneak through here, but maybe... Here, can I just talk to you? Yeah, can I just talk to you? Hello?
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
Alright, attempt to negotiate, order the liberation. I should just order you around, but attempt to negotiate.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it would seem that he is in this building.
That very well could be. We have had a guest since yesterday. A regular ladies' man in golden stitches.
That would fit the bill. I have no idea how he earned such a kind invitation, but...
Being born into silk sheets doesn't give him the right to insult his fellow man, or to show disrespect.
We know this sort only too well. Used to everyone doing whatever he says. But they're always a lot friendlier having learned their little lesson. Isn't that right, Chief?
That's right. But lessons have a price. So, if you want your drunkard back...
Intuition, say that Constantine is the prince's son. Oh my god, why can't I use these? It takes one eye. But I don't have an eye to spend. I can negotiate a ransom? 50 to 187? What's the one eye mean? I don't actually know. It's not grayed out, so I could use it? Let's see. Let's just try it out. You do not have enough of the... Okay. So we could do a 50. Sure, let's do 50.
How much do you want?
No, not how much do you want. Let's say 50.
With such bountiful attire, he must be the son of a wealthy family. He must be worth a fortune.
He is not. Pay 50... Go, I'm thinking. Because I don't want to kill them. Because here's my thing. If he is... You know, has he done a great disrespect to random folk? Then they're not really in the wrong for accosting him, are they? Well, I mean, they are. You can't just kidnap people as a... I'm tired of the senseless bloodshed. Here, don't pay now.
I'm not sure I can.
Come now. For someone as rich as he, it's a bauble.
I need to think about it.
Well, think quickly. We could grow tired of the crowing of this ruffled bird.
You know, it just feels like my cousin was in the wrong here, so it almost feels like I should pay to make good on his embarrassment. But I'm kind of thinking, like, gamer-wise, I kind of want to kill them just for the XP, which I know was, like, not immersive, but it is what I'm thinking of. Ooh, more beast essence. But also... What would happen if I had, you know, science and stuff and I could break them out? Maybe I can sneak break them out without even having to kill anyone. Maybe. I don't know, that's probably not it. I think by the moment we try to break them out, we might have to fight everyone else. But I think it's worth the chance to, at the very least, experiment with other paths, right? Science level 1. Oh, here it is. Next point at level 5? Oh man, that's a whiles from now. What the heck? But I would need science level 1 if I want to make potions, and that just feels like long-term a good thing. Level 5? Oh boy.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide. You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
Kill him!
There are some children we'd been best to refuse.
Kill him!
Captain Vasco.
And you are?
I'm de Sardet, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
I'm just being cheeky.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
When did you see your cabin boy for the last time?
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Norts, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavio and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish. You'll find them over there, in port.
Have you seen anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking? Maybe clandestine passengers?
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler? Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
A couple of heretics are planning on leaving Serene. The ambassador of Thélème has entrusted me with the job of capturing them.
Happy to see that you trust me enough to seek my counsel in the affair. Just so happens that I heard someone talking about the couple. The Cardinal's men are far from discreet. They were making quite some ruckus, asking to search our warehouses. We, of course, refused entry. Only the Norts have access. I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I'm certain your potential stowaways aren't far. But we won't allow you to make a search to grab them. Not officially, at least.
What do you mean?
That discretion and malice are often more useful than titles and words.
Interrogate the smuggler about the heretics, okay? And then ask help about the merchandise.
I have a favor to ask before we leave.
I'm all ears.
We would like to load some merchandise into your ship's hold.
Impossible. You're too late for that. All merchandise must be registered at the Port Authority, and the formalities are long. So, unless you're asking me to turn smuggler and hide contraband on my vessel...
I wouldn't go that far. We're only talking about a few crates after all.
Well then, they'll have to wait. The next ship for New Serene leaves in a month.
Hellfire. If that shipment doesn't leave today, the commander will have my hide.
Captain, I understand your position, but isn't there some way we can get these crates on board?
I doubt it. Even if I wanted to help you, my quartermaster is a half-crazed bridge troll. He's gotten it into his head that a gang of ruffians want to use my ship to pass contraband over to Tirfredi. He's placed guards where our cargo is being held before being loaded. All that is not in the warehouse and noted on the manifest will be left on the docks. Sorry, but your crates are gonna have to wait until the next ship sets sail.
Sorry, Kurt. At least we tried.
The commander is gonna have my head. I'm sure that's what he wanted in giving me this impossible task.
In that case, we're going to have to doctor the manifest ourselves. It must be at the Harbor Master's office.
Okay, so I guess I'm not above abusing authority and being mischievous. Tamper with the ship logs, got it. I was hoping that there'd be like another solution. I can't remember if there was with the Port Authority. Maybe I can still check in with the Port Authority and do this proper. So we want to do this, a heretic hunt. We want to find the disappearing among the knots and the charlatan. Right, we need 3 more potions. And then clear out the warehouse guards, tamper with the ship logs. Man, is there really no way to just talk to the Port Authority and get this all sorted? Okay, so clear out, this is the warehouse. Clear out the warehouse guards. This is the knot prison. Smuggler about the heretics. Harbor office to tamper with all that stuff here. Then we have this, the storeroom, investigate the disturbance of the knot novice. And then we can free Constantine here. Okay, so that's the main quest. I think we'll free Constantine last. Let's investigate the disappearance of the Knot Novice. Yeah, that's like one thing I really wanted to mention about GreedFall, is that the side quests really do feel like they're integral to the main plot. And that's something I really enjoyed. Like, they're just not random side quests. They are meaningful to the main story. And while I don't mind side quests that are not, you know, so much really tied down to the main story, it is kind of cool to see it feel like it all comes together in a more pertinent way. Sailor's Coat. So it's 2 points or 2% down from elemental resistance. It looks nice and it does look more simple. So it kind of looks, yeah, it looks really fitting. I like it. I like them both.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
Alright, so it appears that Jonas, the cabin boy, went missing. Doesn't really like to drink, but he went out drinking with them, and then he just suddenly disappeared. As far as enemies are concerned, they don't know if he has any or if he knows anyone in Serene. But his friend Lauro keeps saying that he got captured by thugs, and she's saying that we shouldn't believe him because he is a drunkard, and that he just spews any kind of nonsense.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Alright, well, who took him?
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left, you get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you, the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mist too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Alright, I'm gonna have a look around in this area, see if I can find something interesting. Kurt did make a note that we could find something about a smuggler here. Is it this? Smuggler's Journal. I have 2 clients. They want to go to Al-Sad, and the Inquisitors are on their heels, which will not make my job easier. I think I can get them into a ship inconspicuously, but we'll have to be cautious, and I hope they will prove patient and discreet. I'll have to hide them away in the warehouse behind the harbor office, where the Inquisitors will never dare enter. Okay, well I didn't have to interrogate the heretics. I can go see the heretics in their hideout, disguise yourself as a gnat. Oh, D. Corleone's up there. I was like, where is this guy?
I still don't see Constantine at your side. I hope he hasn't been the victim of any foul play.
Don't worry. We'll find him in time for departure.
I certainly hope so. Would you be in need of my help in any way?
What will be your official title on Tier Or are you just here to keep an eye on us?
Come now, don't be ridiculous. I'm coming in the capacity of official advisor, nothing more. But His Highness has also asked me to report to him on certain strategic observations. I am therefore required to take note of all events, chart the island and its resources, but also obtain as much knowledge as possible concerning the more dangerous creatures of the island. Your help will be extremely valuable to me. I've no longer the legs of an adventurer.
It's always a privilege to help, Master. I need to be leaving. I have quite a few things to do before we raise anchor.
You know what? We're gonna expedite this. We're going to pay the ransom. It's only 50 gold, virtually nothing, and get our cousin back. Because the thing is, I'm wondering if we will need, well, if there's any like interesting like plot or story dynamics. Should we have our cousin with us or traveling with us? I don't even know if he can travel with us, but I am curious. So to satiate that curiosity, let's go save his hide.
Well then, are you good for the money we agreed on?
I don't know if you guys just saw that just now, but I found like 4 gold by just opening that chest randomly. I took their money. Anyways, I'll pay them the 50 gold.
Here's a sum which should do. Take it.
Thank you, my prince. And you'll see, I'm certain your cousin has learned a lesson for the future. No need to thank us. Here, this key will open the cell.
Hello, anyone here? It's so peaceful. I swear, the atmosphere of this game needs to be better. Okay, we can pick this up. Why is that X? What a weird thing that was. Like, why is everything to loot A, but then that was X?
Well, this has been monumentous, gentlemen, but I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Kill him! Kill him!
Constantine, it's me! My dear cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fight.
Well, I do what I can. We're departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you, I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Constantine, come hug me. Don't be like that, Constantine. Cool, so he is a companion I can have with me. Nice.
If you only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, good cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
Sorry, Constantine, but we drove a hard bargain to get you out of their grasp. I don't intend to...
Bargain? Don't tell me that you paid them a ransom.
Of course I did.
Oh well. What is done is done. A mighty vessel awaits us. And a tremendous adventure.
Constantine, my dear cousin, I paid the ransom because you are being a little... fool, should I say. But yeah, this is so cool. So one of the things that I liked as well is that you have a cousin in this game and he's like your companion. Again, it's just like a change in the story, because oftentimes you don't really play with like family members in like RPGs, and to know that you have a cousin here is kind of cool. I don't remember seeing his father, however, so I think that's interesting. Now, if you recall, my character was a bit reticent when his father was mentioned. I'm assuming his father went to get milk and never came back. Alright, so we're going to make our way toward the warehouse and see if we can forge the manifest. I was really hoping we could go to like the Port Authority and like do something there, but I guess that's not like a place or anything like that. Zones controlled by other factions. So this zone is under control of another faction than yours. Certain places are forbidden to you. A costume, torso of the faction, will allow you to trick the guards. You can also try a stealth approach. I think there's like a little symbol there. Okay, so I'm wearing the Knots faction outfit.
If you wore a Naut uniform and you were able to keep your mark hidden from them, they might let us in. Unless we just offered them a drink. These sailors rarely refuse one.
I see where this is headed. If we drop a little soporific in their glasses, the way will be clear. I'll just need to find the proper ingredients, but it's doable.
Oh, there is that as well? As long as I have this coat on, which I really don't mind having. It's a nice coat. Lockpicking level 1. Erg. But like, here's the thing too, you know, like, what if I want to level up? Should I be fighting these guys? I don't know, folks.
Where is the manifest to be found?
I've already been to the port authorities. They keep the official documents upstairs.
Have I already been to the port authorities? I feel like I'm missing a lot of context in this game. Okay, have to keep in mind all these chests that I can't open just yet. No, here we are.
Here's the ship's manifest. We only need to add our merchandise to the list.
Key to the Serene Harbor jails, and then use. Okay, where to next? We have Captain Vasco, which we're not going to talk to right now. Clear out the warehouse of guards, go and see the heretics at their hideout. Let's go check out the heretics.
Hello? What can I do for you?
We're the relay. You're dismissed.
Finally! We were starting to grow moss. Courage, me hearties. The path is clear. We should notify the men. They need all the time they can get.
Are they up here? Where are they? Oh, there they are.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition,
what?
then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime.
Hold on.
We are not heretics. We are nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Thélème so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
My question is, did I really arrest the smuggler? I didn't even communicate that to anybody. But secondly, historians, I've never heard of such a thing.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
Blasphemy.
The disciple of St. Matthias. The one who returned to Thélème after traveling with his master.
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi, we thought it crucial to take a look at the original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of St. Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, St. Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced St. Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white. And there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you.
Do I?
This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written is written.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
You're under arrest for blasphemy, and generally, I don't like your drip. No, okay. Propose to speak with the Bridge Alliance ambassador and let them be on their way. Now, I am curious. I do want to let them go. I want to know if I want to do the Bridge Ambassador or let them be on their way. If I do the Ambassador, I feel like that might draw unnecessary ire towards them. If I let them be on their way, I feel like they'll be in greater jeopardy of like being caught or killed. Because if I was able to find them by simply putting on playing some cosplay, who else could find them? But I am curious, by letting them be on their way, what kind of place they find themselves at. Let's speak with the Bridge Ambassador.
I could have a word with the good Dr. Sahin, the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. If he can be persuaded to offer you asylum, you would be saved.
Your goodness honors you. May the Illuminated forever light your path.
If I manage to convince the ambassador, you'll need to refrain from that sort of blessing. Stay here. I'll be back.
You know what? Let's talk to the Mr. de Colonial. Now that we have our cousin with us, maybe there's going to be interesting dialogue there.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I'm sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
I'm starting to think about, like, in his room that he was imprisoned in, was there like a treasure chest that I completely missed? Oh, man. That's the thing about games like this. They have you backtracking so often.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I would like to talk to you about a rather delicate matter.
I am listening.
A couple of historians have made a recent discovery concerning Matthäus, the founder of the mythical Ptolemy. And it seems that this is not to the liking of the Illuminated, or at least his more fervent subjects.
These sinister hypocrites are going to want to burn them at the stake.
Without a doubt. And that's why these poor people are begging you to offer them asylum.
I would volunteer and consent to take them under my protection. But one good deed deserves another.
You would like me to first take care of your charlatan?
Oh,
shoot. You will certainly prove to be an excellent legate.
Okay. You know what? They're gonna be on their way, and we're gonna help the charlatan escape. Alright, let's speak to the coin guard and get this quest done at the very least.
Right then. What about our business?
We can guarantee that your merchandise will leave with us.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And bravo, Kurt. The Commander will be most pleased.
The cargo shall make the voyage. Who will be at its reception once it's arrived?
That shall be your next mission. Once you've reached New Serene, go and find the quartermaster. He will give you new instructions. Until then, I wish you a safe and pleasant voyage, Your Excellency. Kurt, good luck.
Love you too. That's it? Talk to the coin guard barracks in New Serene. Oh, come on. Man, I guess I really should be fighting and killing people here then. Oh, man, there's no way we can level up to 5 just being on the first map if getting through these quests don't really give us any XP or even money.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, sir. You
How did I lock up the smuggler, though,
May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
Inform the Ptolemy ambassador? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Do I have to? Inform the Ptolemy ambassador?
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sardet, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Report the escape of the heretics? Do I have to? Like, that's another thing. Like, do I have to report to conclude the quest? I mean, it feels like I have to. I guess I'll do that.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Lie? Ooh. Let's lie.
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The bridge.
That's not... Okay, hold on.
I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough
Dude,
to
no.
stop
I don't want to throw them under the
It
bus.
is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Now, I would rather... Honestly, I would have rather told them the truth. Like, that... Like, I don't want to throw the other faction under the bus. That's not what I want to do. I thought he was going to lie and say, like, oh, they just got away and they, like, snuck out. Wasn't able to, you know, get to them in time. Yada, yada, yada. So, let's just tell the truth. Take the reputation damage.
Sir de Sardet,
I don't want to throw the other faction under the bus.
After I heard the case they made for themselves, I decided to let them escape.
What are you saying?
I am saying...
They convinced me that your accusations have nothing to do with heresy, and that their only crime was discovering historical truths denied by Ptolemy.
And you gave credence to the lies preferred by these blasphemers. Their historical truths are nothing but nonsense, fabricated to undermine the foundations of Ptolemy. The simple act to have proffered such horrors proves the fact that they are heretics.
Liar!
I fear that your youth and kind heart has blinded you, de Sardet.
They call themselves historians.
That is a shame. I was expecting more from a young legate who seemed sensitive to our magic.
I wonder if, like, if you side with them, you can get, like, real powerful magics or what have you. But at any rate,
I must
deuces.
Be going. Farewell, Excellency.
I've made a decision.
May the light guide you.
And my decision saved historians. Historian 1 and Historian 2, I think their name is. Okay, so we got 1,000 XP for that, which is mid, I guess. But now we can go to the tavern and discover where to find Constantine. Huh? We found Constantine. Alright, so let's speak to Joffrey, or Goffrey, or Jeff.
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
Ask about Constantine.
I'm looking for my cousin.
What?
His name is Constantine. I believe he was intent on celebrating his departure last night.
He's right to the left of me.
There was indeed a party here last night, but it ended badly.
What?
Whatever do you mean?
A brawl broke out. My tavern was shattered, and no one's paid for the
Is
damages.
this a bug?
I'm sorry. Amongst the rebel rousers, did there happen to be a young man? 20 years of age?
Yeah, he's to the
Hair
left
down
of
to
you.
his neck, light brown, blue eyes. Quite the talker.
I don't believe it. Of course he was there. He's the man that started the fight. I hope you've come to reimburse me. Don't count on me to help you if that's not the case.
What kind of damage are we talking about exactly?
A good half of my furniture was broken into firewood. I piled up the lot over there.
Let me take a look. Perhaps it can be repaired.
If you can fix it, I'd be obliged. If not, you'll need to pay.
I don't understand. So this is like a hangover quest? He's right next to me. That is so weird. Alright, ask about the missing cabin boy.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping? In my establishment? You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
But let's check out this, like, this furniture here?
The furniture is in terrible condition. The fight must have been extremely violent.
It looks as if it's fixable. I've seen worse. We'll need to build some metal dowels, but once done, we can make them like new.
Metal dowels, 2 of 4. Or compensate the innkeeper of damages. What a strange quest line. Like, it's still... it's still active despite having...
I could repair this if I had
Despite having found my cousin already?
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
So are you mean to tell me, like, this game has been out for so long that they still haven't repaired that questline? Have they just never thought that anyone would pay the ransom? Anyways.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him, if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Okay, let's speak with this De Fontaine.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young
and foolish and dumb.
It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact? It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious
All right,
means.
let's learn about these Naut contracts.
Sir,
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tirfredi. I'm enchanted, Captain.
I forget, this is the first time they're actually meeting.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Actually, no. Let's, ask about Constantine's absence. What? Anyways, inquire about Madame Fontaine.
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nords, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Nord. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Alright, now I guess I'm worried. If I don't pursue this Constantine stuff for this quest that seems to have not have fired off correctly, and I progress the story, what happens to Constantine? Do I not get like a reward or anything? Anyways, for funsies, let's just ask about his absence.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
He's right to the right of you?
He was intending on celebrating his departure.
Okay, this is the same stuff that we heard last time. He's like, he's to the right of you, you psycho. Look to your right. Ask about the contract between the Nods and the Fontaines.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there has always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards.
Okay, makes sense.
That is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible.
Yes, sir.
Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
I mean, ethically, they should get their kid back. Well, you can't really trade. That's like slavery, you know? He was born into a world that he could have easily been averted only for the sole purpose of money. At the same time, they did make that agreement, and you can't undo the wealth that he accumulated over the years. Man, a lot of this is just backtracking. We barely got any levels in this. Did get a lot of lore, though. Okay, we're gonna set things right. We're gonna fix the timeline. And what I mean by that is we're going to finish the charlatan quest. We're gonna knock out the angry crowd. I'm not gonna do 6 health potions. Who am I kidding? At first I was trying to be a goody two-shoes, but you know what? Now I'm starting to think about it. I am the Lord Desardet, and when I command you to disperse, you best disperse or answer with my blade. Seriously though, I'm not down anymore. Like, I'm starting to realize if you're not fighting, you best get to dying. Now, if you're not fighting, you're not really leveling up. I'm gonna really hold out to level 5 in order to make these potions. You gotta be kidding me. I got better things to do. I need to complete some quests. I need to get some XP.
You have those potions you promised us?
Oh, I do.
Not quite yet.
Yeah, I do have
Leave
them
me
actually.
just a little more time.
I don't need more time.
He's taking us for fools!
I have.
He's like the other one! I bet he even works with him!
Bet your ass I do.
Playing us for idiots.
Damn right.
Since we can't catch the master, you'll be paying for his faults.
Good. I've been itching for a fight. Hiya. Hiya. There we go. There we go. Get some. Get you some. Get you some. Got him. Hell yeah. We like this. We want this. I asked for it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. This is awesome. See? Look at that. Feel dumb now, don't ya? You feel dumb now, don't ya? Get some. Oh, I love this. Oh, ow. Careful with that mace. Careful with that mace. Can I jump?
Alchemist is now far from danger, at least.
Go and tell him the good news.
Congregation of the Merchant. -1. We'll fix that some other time. What's a -1? We've got the entire game to make good on a lot of our bad reputation, should we want to make good on that. Look, you know what? These people were on the way out anyway. Alright, they needed potions, they needed help, they needed something. You're welcome, is what they should be saying to me. Now, I look... Whoa, why is that an exclamation point? Huh? Dude, how is this game still so buggy? It's been like 50 years. All right, well, there you have it. We just cleared the way for the charlatan. I set right the timeline, all right? I set right that save scummy attitude. And the reason for it is just because I can't be bothered. I really can't.
So, did you find a way to get me out of this hornet's nest?
I've gotten rid of the mob.
Bravo. You don't go about things in a roundabout manner.
You are free. Climb into your carriage and leave Serene immediately. Let me deal with Dr. Sahin.
I owe you my life, sir. I will be eternally in your debt.
I remind you to never step foot here again.
I have no desire to return anyway. Farewell.
You know, when you think about it, like really try to rationalize what just transpired right now. So this guy is trying to escape, go directly to the Bridge Alliance. We'll stay here. We'll stay here. There's a couple of things I want to check out over by the cellar. But when you think about it, my character is like really high, noble-minded. And not in the sense, I mean, it can be in the sense of righteousness, but also in terms of status. Like he says, disperse. You did not listen to me, now you die. At the same time, it was self-defense. They attacked first. But these people really just wanted help. You know, they wanted a way out. They wanted potions, and they were taken advantage of. And we could have at least done the due diligence and helped them out in that way, be charitable in that way. I was not, because I am a noble lord, and I get what I want. So there is that. So maybe that's my RP. Maybe that's who I am. Just a guy who's noble, who just does what he wants. And if you don't listen to me, you get the blade.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
Also, on a side note, if the game really wanted me to, or if the game really wanted to encourage me to take other options, I would be getting a lot more XP than just fighting people, because it does seem like fighting people is the best way to get XP anyway. Whereas being diplomatic or using diplomacy doesn't really yield you the best rewards.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated.
Yeah, you're being a couple of sick freaks back there. Confront him on his lie. Yes. Cover the escape of the alchemist. Huh. A part of me wants to confront him about his lie, but perhaps I should cover the escape of the alchemist? Does it mean cover up the escape, or like protect him in some way? Because if so, I guess that's a good choice, but I also do want to confront him on his lie, since I'm pissing everybody off anyway. Okay, we'll be a little sly about it. We'll cover the escape of the alchemist.
He managed to slip through our fingers.
Once again. That man is part eel.
We followed his trail to the Coin Guard Tavern, but he had already escaped. All the same, you have nothing to fear.
He will never step foot in Serene again.
We'll eventually catch up with him and deliver the punishment that his crimes deserve. Governor Burhan will be happy to learn that such an amiable legate will soon cross the shores of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest gift for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Again, the reason why I chose to lie there, essentially, was because at least I wasn't throwing another faction under the bus. He was just saying, we'll catch up to him eventually. But I mean, the reward wasn't even worth it. 50 gold was the reward? Come on. And see how I doubled up in XP there? I got XP for killing enemies, and then I got XP for ending the quest, or finishing the quest. Had I just done the other, had I just ended the quest diplomatically, I would only get one... I would have only gotten one batch reward of XP, I think, anyway? Don't quote me on that, but I feel like that's right. At any rate, let's find out where Jonas is detained and free that cabin boy. Note to the attention of the servant. I would like you to prepare several meals, bring them to the warehouse. We own the canal. We own on the canal. My husband will have to work there with his clerk and his men for a few days. Make sure there's enough food for everyone. Be discreet. We do not want other families to know what is happening.
This document mentions another property. A warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Yeah, I think we discovered that warehouse earlier. It's over here. That's right, the Fontaine warehouse. And yeah, and as for this cabin boy, I mean, look, now that he's been born into the world of being seaborn, that's like the only life he really knows, right? So perhaps the more ethical thing at this point is to let him free, or at least let him decide where he wants to go unabated, because ultimately his family did sell him. So if anyone was in the wrong, it was his family anyway. So now that he's of age, he should decide. All right, let's see if she has something to say. Speak to Lady Fontaine. What you got?
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
I'm a de Sardet. Now you listen to me, you...
With respect, my lady.
She's right. We keep pestering her, and it's unbecoming of a person, of a noble person, of just a regular Joe Schmo. But we need answers, and by gods, we're gonna get them. No. Okay, let's go save the cabin boy. I keep going this way. And you know what? I've kept going the wrong way throughout my entire life. No, I kept going the wrong way. Or that path, which is a dead end, which is the wrong way. Like, I remember several years ago when I first started this game, for whatever reason, some of the alleys just look the same to me. And I've got to deal with it. It's just a battle. I have to fight on my own. Okay, enough rambling. It's not entertaining. It's a borderline annoying. Okay, so we can go through here. I do wonder what it would be like to enter through that-a-ways. It is a little more out of the way, and I wonder if that would be the best way. Okay, well, let's enter through the front door first, and let's see what happens. I am curious what we'll find if we do. Okay, there's a cellar down there. Maybe we go up the stairs, see if there's anyone we can speak to, any trouble we can cause. We were here before, right? I want to say that we were. A lot of assets look really nice in this game. So I checked back of the release date of this game is 2019, so anything prior to that, maybe 2016, 2017, all the way to 2019 was its development. This game isn't too far removed from the present being 2056, in which I live right now. No, it's 2024, so yeah, 5 years ago can feel like...
Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Alright, well, before I was dramatically interrupted, and I love the feathers coming out of his hat, this game isn't too far away, removed from now, and so it looks pretty good, you know, all things depending, especially because it is contextually an indie dev team who made this game. It's quite impressive a feat. My only issue is that how is there still, like, bugs and stuff to this day? How are they not been ironed out after all these years? Now there's GreedFall 2, so, you know, it's just... this game is now a relic of the past in a lot of ways, but it still looks good. There's a lot of nice imagery and graphics and visuals in this game. I think it holds true to the test of time. No, okay, that's an over-exaggeration, but what I'm getting to say is it looks good. Attempt to reason. Tell them about what Sir Del Collion taught us. Let's go for the reason. We have 75% chance. Cross your fingers and your toes.
You've taken your son against his will and have him locked up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
As if you would know what it is like to be a parent.
Are you
Far too
serious?
young to understand the way we feel.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Nauts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Nauts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Nauts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Well, this is a little different. You know, when we really consider the wider scope of things, first off, it's a little barbaric that we even had these laws in the first place. They said the law no longer stands, so it's no longer, you know, customary to do this for the Nauts. But when you consider that he sold a potential son for the sake of money and commerce and stuff like that, already you've condemned, you know, your child to a life of slavery. Now, the thing is that his kid is in a good place with the Nauts and the captain, so everything turns out well, but you can only imagine his story is but a small sample of what some sailors or forced seaborn are going to go through. I would imagine not all stories are just as kind as what this young cabin boy, you know, is going through. So I don't know, it's strange. I wouldn't say like every kid leaves the nest and like that's, you know, a good send-off as to why his son should go. I find that perhaps hearing the story of what the son has to say would be much more
abusive fathers.
Interesting. Like, what does the son have to say about all of this? Is that the son? Who's the son? Am I the son? Okay, let's look through here. A lockpicking one. Okay, so there's treasure here. We'll have to revisit this place again.
Who are you? My name is the Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
Why would he be?
I haven't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Nauts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Okay, well there we have it. All sorted, all figured out. I do think it's a little weird in some ways. Okay, so I like that the side quests feel very... Wow, I could have broken through here. Feel very connected to the main quest, so it all sort of feels like they go together and that they're not just random side quests. Not to say that I don't like random side quests. I think random side quests have an interesting place and a good place in RPG design. But I will say that this felt a little strange and that there was very little impact narratively. I think a lot of it had to deal with just how cold the father was. It didn't really feel like we were meant to sympathize with the family plight in a deeper way, which, you know, could just be surface level writing for the sake of just progressing this quest. So there is that, but I wish there was a little bit more there.
So, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor? We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Gain level 4, we're 1 level away. Tier for day.
Be back soon, Captain.
I'm not ready to conclude anything just yet. We are level 4. Let's see. Where are we at with quests, however? Great departure. Tell the captain you're ready to raise anchor. Oh, we have 4 metal dowels. So I kind of want to finish that up. In the event we get some sort of XP out of that. This side mission can't be progressed until we enter a new Serene. Shoot, so this bugged out main quest is perhaps the only thing we can do right now. Let's check out our level up here. Let's check up our skills. So we have 2 skills here. Oh man, how far away am I from leveling up 2k? Oh, that's so poor. So poor. Okay, I have attribute points. What do I want to spend it on? Let's do... we'll do agility 1, so I can wield more sophisticated melee weapons. And then for skills, we have 2 to spend, so 2 more gets me rifle, right? Oh no, I'm a little... destroy more armor. Oh hell yeah. So we're gonna do that, and then firearms greater loss of balance, yes. So we're about 1 away, we can use rifles, it'll be awesome. Perfect. What am I gonna do here? I really, really wish we had XP to burn right now. I don't know if enemies respawn. You know, we could amp up the difficulty level because they said they'd give us more enemies. I'm not sure if that means overall we get more XP. I really want to hit level 5 while I'm here. I think I really messed up by not just fighting people instead of being diplomatic. A repair.
And
oh, there you go.
It. You'd never guess they were once broken.
Nice. So let's talk to him again.
Well then, were you able to
Yes, just like new. Or nearly.
That does indeed look like fine work. You know what you're doing.
I would hope. Can you tell me where I can find my cousin now?
He's right here. He's right next to you.
He's either a very bad joker or a right good fool. He went and insulted a band of ruffians from the lower boroughs. Dangerous fellows. They've a storehouse they operate out of a few streets from here.
Maybe we can trigger it to a point where we could kill those bandits.
They're all illegal.
Get some XP out of it.
But you didn't hear that from me. In any case, if you were set on recovering your cousin, I would hurry if I were you. They're not the tender sorts.
Thank you for the information.
Off with ya. Get him out of whatever mess he's got himself into. Seemed like a courageous fellow.
Alright, we're skipping all this. Alright, so it's telling us to, what? To go there? And then save him? Despite him being right next to us? Is that it? Yeah, discover where to find Constantine. This is ridiculous. But you know what? If this allows me to find some leftover XP to get me to level 5 where I can unlock all those freaking chests, then I'm gonna do it. Man, should I have even fought the knots? Fighting the knots would have been also good for me. Okay, so we go here. And then this is where we triggered the cutscene, right? Where we're supposed to hear him over here? Well, now the scene isn't firing. Because we already had the cutscene, right? We just did this out of order. What a weird... what a weird bug. Can we talk to these guys and fight them? No. I think I messed it up by paying the the bandits. Did they never expect anyone to pay the fine? Okay, so it seems like I've finished all the side quests that I can. I'm gonna do another loop around Serene, and maybe I'll find some mobs to kill or something that I just haven't discovered before. Negotiate with angry crowd. What angry crowd? This is weird. I'm gonna have another looky-loo. If I don't find anything, then we'll move on and we'll lose out on all that treasure, apparently. What a bummer. Next time I know, don't be diplomatic and RP and be immersed in the story. Just kill anything that moves for the sake of levels. Oh my god. So, the armor chest piece here, the blue silver soldier's doublet, has lockpicking +1. So I was just reading on Reddit about like all the locked chests and like, what does that mean? Can I hit level 5 in Serene before leaving? They said if you hit level 5, don't even bother getting lockpicking. You can get lockpicking from this armor chest piece here. Is that true? Okay, so we're in the Fontaine warehouse. Can I open the... I can open it! What the heck? Oh my god. What in the world? Did they like put this armor, like why, first off, why does this armor randomly have the ability to lockpick? Like what purpose does that serve? You know what? Okay, I wonder if the devs put that in there in the event that it's kind of like a cheeky Easter egg, like because you can't control you can't control Kurt and you can't have him open up chests. So why does this armor have lockpicking +1? What a weird... The devs must have put this in here for you to be like, oh, we can wear his armor and then lockpick. It must be like an Easter egg or a hidden secret that they put in here. Has to be. Has to be. Alright, so I'm gonna go around and open up all the chests that I can remember passing and get all the goodies inside. I'll let you know. We'll tune back in if it's anything worthy of note, aside from just regular items that we're gonna break down later. So give me a second to collect all the stuff around Serene and we'll jump right into the next phase of this main story. Ooh, loot chance +10. So this worn tricone is -2 to armor and -1% of balance, but poison resistance and loot chance +10, and I do like myself a tricone. I'm gonna wear this instead.
To my help and
uh-oh. So it accidentally triggered the... So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to quick switch out from uniform to uniform, and we just got a -1 for the knots, unfortunately. But they cleverly put... they cleverly put guards at every treasure chest, so you have to do like a hot swap if you want the treasure. I didn't do it fast enough, so I triggered the guard to try and attack us. Interestingly enough, he didn't attack us because we switched the uniform, so I suppose they do stop in their place the moment you switch out your outfits. Weird, weird, weird. But, you know, hey, whatever it takes. Oops, 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 that was a mistake. Oh no, stop fighting. Okay, so we have like a -4 to the knots because I just wasn't quick enough to... Let's see, where are the knots at? They're at suspicious. God, oh boy. Yeah, we're at like a -4. I just wasn't quick enough to hot swap a lot of different times, but hey, it is what it is. We want the loot. We have the loot. We're good with the loot now. As far as my equipment, anything worth of note? Not really. Aside from the armor that I just showed you, I don't have much to really show off here. We have the sailor's gloves, the old reinforced gloves, which is nice with the +1 to armor, but that's all about it, and you lose out on all the other extra status stuff. Ooh, a sailor's cape. I guess I could buy that for 50. The sailor's cape doesn't look very good, but I don't know why. I think it's the armor itself. It's the outfit here. It's the sailor's coat that's making this look off, but at the very least, the +1 to charisma. Oh boy, I hate it when it... hate it when that happens. Oh man, it is quite the eyesore, isn't it? Despite it being really useful, it is quite the eyesore. Alright, let's press on and speak with Captain Vasco. Alright, we're gonna ask permission to come aboard, finally.
Permission to board the ship. We are ready.
Certainly, but keep in mind that we'll be at sea for several months. If you have any farewells to make or any final business to put into order, now is the time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way. Let's leave Serene.
No, my house is in order. We are ready to embark.
Perfect. Follow me.
I am so eager to discover Teer Freddy. My isle, My new city.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else to do here, so I think we're good. I mean, I guess it's too late now that we said that we'd go. But here we are. Let's press on. This world feels like it's empty and filled at the same time. I don't know what it is. It's gotta be the ambience. But here we go, we have a beautiful cutscene happening.
Those conniving, piss-distilling, bridge-building liars. The creature was supposed to be out for days. They'll pay for this.
Uh-oh.
What the hell manner of cargo are you transporting?
Help! We need ropes! We must contain it! Help!
Come now, let's lend them a hand.
I've got your ropes right here. So freaking cool.
Watch out! Take a step back, sir!
Cut! Captain! Keep my cousin safe!
Oh, here I go! Mr. Hero! All with the ugly cape and all. Oh, you've got a weapon? Alright, here we go. Can I parry it? I don't even know. Uh-oh. I think I can parry it. Oh, there we go. Maybe if I lay down a trap? Will it step on it? Yay, got it! Stepped on it! Does that mean I win? Oh, wow. It's kind of buggy. A little bit. Yeah, I think I can just shoot it maybe and do this kind of damage and parry and there we go. There you have it. I'm so curious what happened if I... Oop. I am low health, but I think I can kill it as is. I don't need to burn my potion just yet. There we have it. Oop! Oh! Okay, tactical menu. Potions. I can use it from here, right? Whoa! No! Oh. My first death! What? That was kind of lame. I gotta be more careful there. So it's that launch attack that I only have to worry about. Everything else is pretty stable. Even when I parry that, you know, it seems to be okay. Or block that. Oh! I need to get away from the fishnets. There you have it. Whoops, what is going on? I'm doing worse now. Oh my god. I think I got lucky before, in which I was able to strike its back without any real recourse. Okay, let's try to drink this potion here. Let's plant... I have a bunch of traps. I should make use of them. Let's see. Walk into my poison. Walk into my poison. There? There we go. Gotta say, I'm not a big fan of my traps, to be quite honest. Let's do that. Nice. Whoops. Let's put down this trap. Here we go, and boom! The power of a gun is better than a beast, okay? It looks cool though. The cutscenes are mighty fine, I gotta say.
Greenblood, how do you fare?
Fine, fine. It is dead.
Are you wounded?
I'm well. Your lessons have proven effective.
Kiss me on the cheek.
I've never seen a beast this size. It's quite extraordinary.
Cousin, what a fight. You were illustrious.
I'm not of the same
And where
mind.
were all of you?
I had the feeling it was already weakened. I did nothing more than finish it off.
Your humility remains a constant. But believe me, that battle was absolutely epic.
Don't say that word again. Alright, well there you go, our first boss. I don't even know what it was called. Reset your character's progress. Memory crystal allows you to redistribute points. Ah, so we just got a memory crystal.
Gentlemen.
This is so uplifting, it's awesome. I love our cousin. I know he's coming off as a bit of arrogant, but I like him.
Your cousin's enthusiasm is most impressive.
And this journey is his long-awaited chance to prove his worth. He has a demanding father.
More likely he's just happy to be free of this hornet's nest.
I definitely know I am. That's certain.
And thus our journey begins!
Stations, lads! Weigh anchor and ready hard to wear! Lively now, lively! Catch me a wind!
Finally level 5, right when we leave Serene.
Freddy! Ahoy!
And with that, let's conclude our first episode of GreedFall. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and I hope to see you in the next episode, whatever the next episode may be. So, until then, I will see you then. We're finally playing it, ladies and gents. GreedFall! I just like the cutscenes. Oh, it's so cool!